Welcome Amakhosi Network, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to be chatting about some of the things we saw about the Sundowns game. A very big problem that I saw in the Sundowns game, which I already highlighted against AmaZulu, but we're going to chat about that. And we also chat about player ratings. In all, what we saw in the Sundowns game was a very good Kaizer Chiefs performance. We were just robbed by the ref again. But anyway, we'll chat about that. And we'll discuss a few things. And I actually have some of my notes that I had here. And I'll try to put some of the frames at the back just so you guys can see. The pictures aren't that clear, so you will forgive me there. But yeah, we'll discuss those points. I'll have player ratings at the end. But before we get into that, please like, comment, and subscribe. What are you waiting for? The one thing I wanted to highlight is that, guys, Chiefs is only going to play in October again. I think 19 October is our next game. That is too far, my God. A whole month till our next game. Matter why? Why are you things like this? What is happening? Is it the international break? Are these people going to Tandaza Asas? But anyway, let's get into it. The first chance that I wanted to highlight is the Ranga goal. If you look at the Ranga goal against Sundowns, it is a carbon copy, the exact same thing as the AmaZulu goal. The AmaZulu goal, Miguel gets the ball, he gives a Ranga through pass, Ranga gets there, he takes a short goal. Same goal as the one with Sundowns. Sundowns, I think this time it was Frosler, gets the ball, passes the ball through, Ranga passes the defender, goal. Ask yourself a question. Why could they not do this the whole game? Because Ranga Matot, you are scolot. You are scolot at that man. But anyway, the second frame is one I wanted to highlight. This is where Reyners took a shot in the box. Matt and Castillo. This is something I picked up in the AmaZulu game where you guys were attacking me when I said this thing, there's a pocket between our defensive midfielders and our defenders. And when we find players like Abo Ribeiro and Abo Matthews, they live in the pocket between Abo Blom, Matt and Castillo and our defenders. So that space between the two, it always finds these number 10s. And I mentioned this in the AmaZulu game, and you guys were fighting me. You were saying I speak nonsense. Some of you were saying I'm a cack. But let me tell you, what we saw in this game, Sundowns, the first goal, Sundowns, is exactly the first goal that two Reyners almost scored, is that gap that is between Matt, our DMs, and our defenders. And even the first goal they scored is the exact same thing. But let's look at the picture. You guys will see that Matt and Castillo are late. I don't know if they are late because of the press we tend to do, but because we're playing so deep, I don't know why they're late. We were playing a more defensive block, but they're still late in getting these balls in that pocket. They're not closing that space. Sometimes I think maybe they don't close that space because there's two of them. Maybe if there was one of them, that person would actually lay a bit deeper, and then the 2 8s in front of him would be just ahead of him, and it will close that space because that space is just open. But you will see Reyners missed that tapping in the box. The second one, it went frame by frame. Basically, they kicked the ball, long ball, because Sundowns 2 goals they scored as long balls into space. And then we just can't deal with either the second ball or this long ball behind. So that one, they hit the long ball. Dudley headed, because Dudley is always good at his header. When Dudley headers the ball, you will see in the frame that I'm going to show you, Castillo is strolling. He's just drinking it here like nama biscuit, nama itsomo, and he's not doing his job. And then what happened? Oh, Matt is not even close to this guys. Matt is still catching up. And why am I highlighting this? I'm highlighting this because every time that second ball drops in between our defenders and DMs, as an opponent gets the ball. In AmaZulu, it was always players like Abo Ephraim Brooks, Abo Ngema, who would get that second ball. But now against Sundowns, it's Ribeiro and Matthews. And then Ribeiro and Matthews beat us 3 players against 4. And Frosler, you will see on the other side. Frosler on the other side was busy sleeping. And that's why he didn't cover. Because if Frosler forced himself to drop quicker, Ribeiro would not have had that space to take that shot. Unfortunately, it was a deflection, and that is that. And then the second goal we know is the offside from Sundowns. But at the same time, it goes back to that thing I always say, cross is so slow. So if there's always a fast player in Cross's side, it's over. It's over. And yes, you guys can say Duba must save him, Duba must cover him. But guys, Duba and them are not defenders. So if there's a fast player who passes these guys, he will face Cross. And when he faces Cross, he's going to pass Cross because Cross is not fast. And one thing I've picked up about Cross's game is that Cross tries to make up for his lack of pace using his slides and his anticipation and all of that. And then one day, Cross will find a player like Tembazwane who will act like he's going to run, and Cross will sleep on the floor. That guy will cut in, take a shot. So when you play teams like Pirates that have players like Saleng and them who don't even know how to kick with their right feet, Saleng always does a cut in. So when Saleng does a cut in and Oku Frost is already sliding, we must know Gutu Frost is going to be sliding all the way to Durban, and Saleng will be putting the ball in the back of the net. So that's my issue. Cross does this thing of sliding too much sometimes. Yes, it's working now, but there will be a game. There will be games it does not work. And that person who will pass him will see Guti as an open goal. But anyway, that is me. And also in the second goal, in that offside goal, I wanted to say, fun fact, we didn't talk about this, but Miguel actually missed that chance of blocking that Reina's chance. I don't know how he missed the ball, but Miguel missed the ball. So there's that. And then the goal that Ranga missed in the second half is basically he missed two chances. The first one was one that Dudley played a perfect pass. It went behind. Ranga couldn't put it in the back of the net. And the other one is the deflection, the shot that Dupree took and Ranga couldn't score. So I wanted to say this because Nabi said he needs to get a proper striker and he will be searching for a deadly striker over the next 3 months to put in his squad. What does that mean? Nabi doesn't necessarily believe Ranga can deliver what Nabi wants. And I don't blame him because Ranga scored 1 goal and he had 2 one-on-ones. Those one-on-ones weren't the most difficult one-on-ones. And sometimes all we ask is for him just to make it a bit of a challenge. But if you don't even make it a challenge, it becomes a bit difficult. But other than that, Ranga had a good game. We're not going to attack him on that. But let me do player ratings quickly. Ntware, good saves. He had good saves. It was the first time seeing his shot-stopping ability against Sundowns, even though Sundowns didn't really threaten us that much with chances at goal. So we didn't get to see much of Ntware. But when he was asked, he did perform well. So Ntware, I'm going to give a 7. The goals were basically unlucky. The first goal, it was a deflection, unfortunate. The second goal was an offside. So if you take those out, then Ntwari probably ends with a clean sheet. But anyway, left back Cross keeps getting cooked. I don't know why. I'm just going to give him a 5 this time round. And it's not that I don't like Cross. It's just that teams are starting to realize that his side is the easiest side to cook. Because the one thing is that the problems on Cross's side exist on the Frostler side, but the difference is that Frostler, for whatever reason, can deal with a one-on-one and deal with fast players. So it limits the chances of that side. But when it comes to Cross, it's almost like a freeway. The moment you one-on-one with Cross and you have pace, you can almost be guaranteed that that player will pass Cross. So that's why I'm going to give Cross a 5.5 to 5. Dudley, I'm going to give another 7. Dudley had a solid performance. Miguel, I'm going to give another 7, but with the caution that keep getting yellow cards, it's not going to help us. And then Frostler, I'm going to give a 6 to 6.5. Frostler actually did defend well and he created the assist. Let me actually give him a 7. Frostler 7 as well. Matt, I'm going to give Matt a 5. First half, he did well in his defensive duties, but when he doesn't do his defensive duties, we concede, and then second half, he just gave away the ball. So that's the issue with Matt. Matt will do one good thing in the game, and then the rest of the time, you just do bad things. For example, the chance that where Dupree had a one-on-one with Ronan Williams, it was Matt who took him out and gave him that solid pass. But then throughout the rest of the game, where is Matt Asas? But anyway, so that's why I'm gonna give him 5, because he can't do 1 or 2 good things and then 8 bad things and expect us to be happy. Aye. Castillo, good towards the end, not so great first half, but good second half. I'm just gonna give him a 6. I am not gonna give a player a high rating just because he had a good 2 last 3 attempts, but at the same time, yeah, the first half that he had and the goals that we conceded, he also has a part to play, especially the first goal, because he was sleeping there and the guys went and took the ball and scored. But one thing I liked about Castillo is that he's coming back to the Castillo that we know, the one who attacks in the box. Castillo had 3 chances. He had a tap in that he kicked snags and it went out. He had 2 headers. If Castillo puts one of those, it's 2-2. Kumnandi. 4 chances actually. Now I'm saying, and the last goal where he put it in the net, but Marefan. So there's that. The next one, Serino on the left. Serino had a decentish game, but yeah, the whole playing too defensive in the first half took too much energy out of Serino. So he wasn't at his best and he tried to overdo it too much. So I'm going to give him a 6. Dushabalala was actually one of our better attackers. I think he shouldn't have been substituted. So I'm going to give him a 7. Duba, hard work rate in defense, but going forward, giving away the ball. Yeah. First half is too hard. It's difficult to put too much pressure on our attackers in the first half because we weren't playing much attacking football in the first half. But yeah, there's that. So Duba, I'm going to give a 6 as well. Rang, I'm going to give a 6.5. He put the ball in the back of the net when we needed it, but on other occasions, he failed to do it. So I'm just going to give him a 6.5. The other people that I'm going to give a good mention is Mfundo Vilakazi. Came in, added better energy. I am going to give him a 6.5. Actually, 6.5 is too small. I'm going to give him a 7 for that. He gave 2 assists. He gave the goal assist that Castillo scored in the last minute, and he gave that 1 header that Castillo missed. So in that's good impact, 7 also. Modi came in with good energy. I'm going to give him a 6 to 6.5 as well. Saile, I'm not going to give a rating. Blom came and changed the game, 6.5 to 7 as well. So those are my player ratings. Dupree as well, also a better game. Yeah, we know what Dupree is. Dupree is a David Khateb. What is a David Khateb? You need to be there when David Khateb misses so you can score those fumbles. And that is what Ranga was meant to do. Because David Khatebe could not score goals, but what he could do is beat people with pace, create assists, take a shot, the keeper saves, it falls to the right striker, Collins Mbesuma most of the time, goal. Collins Mbesuma begadla no David Khatebe. So Ranga at some point needs to learn to eat from Dupree's mistakes. So Dupree, I'm going to give a 6.5 to 7 as well, because he also had a good impact in the game. Other than that, that's our Sundowns game. That is our Sundowns game, and there's not much we can say about that game. Yeah, that's all we can say. We're just hoping to see more, but well done to the players. They showed good commitment, and I'm glad Nabi has more time to cook the players, but hopefully he can add 1 or 2 free agents maybe that can boost the team a bit, especially in the middle. The middle, I think, is our biggest problem. The anticipation is a bit of a problem, and also it will help us getting Blom fitness right. So Blom is our most important player at this moment, and we need to get his fitness right. Amakhosi.